All right, Katie, whenever you're ready.
I'm never gonna be ready. I'm just kidding. Hello, and welcome back to the Kendo Shenanigans podcast. I'm today's host, Katie, and this episode is all about the girls in Kendo. Would you guys like to introduce yourself?
My name's Yaeji.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Melanie.
Hello.
Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Yaeji. Hi, Katie.
Hello. So as you guys know, this podcast is about the girls in Kendo. So we're just gonna talk about our experience and how we ended up here. Sound good?
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Kendo is a mostly male-dominated sport. What was your experience when joining the club as a female?
Do you want to go first, Melanie?
Me? Okay, I guess I can go first. I think I found out about the Kendo Club through like some ARC catalog or something. I didn't even know we had a Kendo Club. So then before I joined, I decided to go stalk the club because I was like, I don't know what's going on in there, so I'm gonna take a look. So I think like I joined spring quarter of my freshman year. I took a peek winter quarter multiple times and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You get to hit each other. And then what was the question again?
What was your experience joining?
Oh, what was my experience joining? Yeah, it was different from what I imagined it to be like. There's a lot more, I guess, technique involved in just like, even just moving around involves some kind of technique to learn. And I did notice that there were not a lot of girls in the room.
Did you just like flock to the girls that you saw?
Well,
like,
I
"Girls,
joined
get
with
together."
friends, so yes, we were mostly flocked together. And also, I rarely talk to guys because I was like, I don't know what to talk about to them. Like, what do they talk about? Like, I don't know what dinosaurs are. What I don't
They're
know, like
mysterious
spaceships
creatures,
or
aren't they?
cars. I don't know what they talk about. So I was like, I'll just hang out with people who are actually cool, like my friends who are girls.
What about you, Yaeji?
Well, so I actually joined Kendo when I was little, when I was in elementary school. There was this guy in my Kendo dojo that I joined UCI Kendo. And while I was in community college, and by the way, I made transfer, I started wondering about Kendo again. And I just wanted to experience it again and see, like what changed and what did not, basically. And so when Anteater Involvement Fair happened 2 years ago, there was this girl that just ran up to me and she handed me a flyer, and I was like, hey, do you know that I don't want to say the name of the guy that was part of my dojo, but let's call him Frank. So I asked, hey, do you know Frank? And she was like, yeah, I know Frank. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah. And so when I joined, it was very different from what I thought, actually. It did not have any dojo feeling. It was very friendly. That's what drew me to the club even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And at the involvement fair, was this girl Melanie or was it Teresa?
Teresa,
Oh,
from what I know, yeah.
at my involvement fair, it was Melanie. And I just walked up, like I was walking in that general direction, and she's like, "Hi, are you interested in joining Kendo?" And I was like, I don't know what that is. And she starts explaining it to me, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool. I'll visit you guys."
Aren't you glad I dragged you into it?
yeah, you just kind of went up all in my face. She's like, it's a girl. I'm gonna bring her in.
You know, actually, I was not even trying to look for the Kendo Club. I was looking for Water Polo Club. Yeah.
Aren't you glad we roped you in?
Yes, I am so glad. I'm so thankful too.
Yeah. So, as I think we talked about it before, right? Why did you stay with all these sweaty men in the club?
I would say it offered something that I really wanted when I was little, which are, as sad as it sounds, friends in Kendo.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was little, I mean, like, that was when puberty was about to hit. Not really, but like it's puberty. But anyways, we weren't the brightest or the most mature, so I was outcasted by all of the guys around my age. But when I joined Kendo, I mean, we're in college and we're hopefully mature enough to not outcast a person because of their sex or gender. And yeah.
Yeah, I found when I joined Kendo, it was very, very inclusive. The officers were really nice, and everyone around them too were very nice and open. So it felt, for like the first time, I can like be myself and just talk with anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everyone was super open and everything. It like helps you overlook that they're sweaty and he may be kind of disgusting and really smelly, but
Yeah.
you know, they're nice on the inside, maybe not on the outside very much with the sweat.
I mean, honestly, we just joined them and we become sweaty and smelly too, you know?
Yeah.
Especially Kendo has this unique smell to it.
A distinct special smell.
Yeah, exactly. I actually enjoy it because it's my childhood.
You like the smell.
Yeah,
It's like a nostalgic smell.
exactly. Yeah, it brings me to my childhood.
The smell of BO, yes. And more girls are joining Kendo, right? I know, Melanie, when you joined, there wasn't many girls, but now there's actually a handful. So it's something. How's that? Do you like that?
Yes. So like during the Anteater involvement fair, I still remember I actively went to seek out girls to join the Kendo Club for a specific reason.
I'm a victim to that.
And it works.
Yeah, I stayed.
Like we didn't have a lot of girl officers or like I guess girl members in general. So like it was mostly all guys and they only mostly approach guys or only guys would be comfortable in approaching our stand. It was like 100% male basically. So we tried to rope them in, getting more females and then having the guys stand back a little bit, like don't touch them. Like we'll take care of it because you know, I don't want you guys to scare them away because we need them in Kendo.
Aww,
That's cute.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my secret too. I walked around like maybe an hour before it, and it was like 2 guys, and I was like, that's kind of, I don't really want to go there. And then I walked again, and I was like, oh, there's a girl. I might walk closer.
Yay!
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Now the board is like majority female.
Yeah.
We should keep it that way.
I think so too. Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah. And then, yeah. What you guys have done Kendo for like a while. Like, if you were to go back now, you know, I think we had a lot of anxiety joining. What would you say to your younger self about joining Kendo?
Like when I first joined, like freshman year, like brand new, right?
Yeah.
I think I would tell myself like, go have fun. Like the club is more like slightly more lenient than like a dojo, but still learn like all the terms and like try to remember all of the etiquettes in Kendo. But mostly have fun because it's like a club, and then that's where you socialize and then meet like your group of friends. And also at the same time, like you can take ideas from like different like senseis or senpais, and if like one, I guess, trick from a sensei or senpai doesn't work for you, you don't have to like continue trying to make it work for you and make it fit for you. Like everyone's kendo is a little different, and I think it's nice to like pick and choose. Like, oh, I like this senpai's like men. I'm gonna try to copy and ask this person more questions about this. So you kind of get to pick and choose, which is really cool.
What about you, Yaeji?
Well, I was curious to whether you wanted me to talk to or give advice to my elementary school self or my transferred self. But
Try both.
okay. So for my elementary school self, I would say that honestly, I should have put sooner. Because it was not the best for me, in my opinion. Like at that time, I was not included still, and I stuck until high school. So, yeah, or I should have joined a different kendo. So, and also don't compare myself to my sister. You know, like for those who have siblings, we have that rivalry. You know,
always.
Yes. So I always compared myself to my sister, and I was beating myself up for it. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. She's so much faster, you know. But then I didn't really look at my my strong side of kendo, or like, you know. Anyways, so for my transfer self, I would say that just have fun, honestly. I mean, that's what I did. I had a lot of fun, but I would say don't give yourself pressure, you know. I was practicing 5 days a week or so, or more, or around 5 days a week or so, pre-COVID, and I was killing myself over it because I just wanted to get better for you guys. Yeah.
That's I feel like that's like a good mentality and also like a bad mentality as well.
Yeah.
Like to do better, we always want to strive to do better, but I feel like we need to take breaks sometimes so we don't burn out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you mentioned in your elementary, middle school days that you weren't treated fairly in kendo. And how does that make you feel now that you have this kendo club that, you know, is a bit more inclusive?
Yeah, I see the difference between club and dojo. Dojo is very strict, right? It's very, very structured. That is not what I like personally. I like to have some freedom in it, and club gives me that freedom and much more. So, yeah. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, it did. Melanie, were you ever treated differently in the club when you joined? Or
treated differently, like, what do you mean?
Treated differently because you were a girl.
Because I was a girl? I think since most people in kendo are guys, they would tend to go like a little easier on girls, or like hit a little softer on girls or something. So yes, I did experience that. But in general, outside the club, not kendo related. Socially, I think they were all pretty inclusive. They treated me like for who I am.
That's really great. Hopefully I can live up to that with
Katie.
incoming people.
You already are.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. What about our favorite things? What is your favorite moment in Kendo?
Melanie, do you have any?
Me? My favorite? They're all great moments, but I think like the first moments are really great. Just like being initiated into the Kendo Club and just hanging out with people. I think it was like the first week that I went to practice, and I was just kind of standing in the corner, and then Teresa comes over. It's like, "Hi, you're Katie, right?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And then I was thinking, this is the first time someone has actually remembered my name and said hi to me first, and it made me feel very welcomed. And so,
Imagine if Teresa was like looking at the roster, was just like, she must be Katie.
just like, I think she looks like a Katie. Oh, that would be. I mean, you wouldn't change anything now, anyways. So.
Imagine she came up to you and said, "Hi, are you Yaeji?"
Like, no, I'm not. And I just like probably pick up my stuff and leave right there, then and there.
You resign, like, goodbye, guys.
No, she didn't remember my name. No, but it's okay. I mean, at least she remembered someone in the game. Yeah. I met her at late night. And it was because I was scared as a bio major and how it will like affect my studies. So I asked her what it would be like, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you'd be fine," because I'm a bio major. And it's like, "Oh," and then we bonded on
came
that.
back to me afterwards, and she was like, "I don't think I should give advice to another bio major."
Yeah, she came to me. She gave me a set of advice, and then she called Tim over, and he is also a bio major, and he gave me the complete opposite advice. Yeah. Oh, how did Kendo affect your study habits? So I know, Melanie, you graduated, and Yaeji, you're in your last year.
Yeah, last quarter. Yeah.
Well, that's a fun question, because I don't really study, so like, how am I supposed to answer that question?
It did affect.
I guess nothing changed. Yeah, it didn't really affect anything. I guess I was just more tired sometimes. So I get to have a good night's rest before I take my exam the next day, possibly.
Tired, you just pass out.
For me, my study habits, well, I stopped working for that year because I just wanted to feel how it feels to live in a dorm. And so I had a lot of free time. Most of them was used to study and do Kendo. Yeah, I only did two things in my first year, Kendo and study.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't really affect that much, personally.
Yeah, that sounds.
Did you take advice from Teresa or Tim, Katie?
Let's see. I don't even know. I don't remember.
You took your own advice from
Yeah, I was like,
What else has been going on?
these were horrible advice. No, they were great advice, but I was just like, I was
You're
just
even
probably
better, so you don't need to listen to
His
them.
mission?
no.
To spend
Yeah.
$1,500 of the show's money to fulfill
Oh,
his
I
lifelong
just
dream.
remember my favorite moment.
Oh, what's your favorite moment?
So this is not appropriate to do in dojos, especially in dojos, right?
When he failed
But
a
Teresa
third
and
time,
I,
the crafty Vulcan used his communicator to summon
we
help.
did in Kiai, or like there were those effects. We did in Kiai. We were making
I took
animal noises while we were hitting
$9,000
each
in
other.
cash from the paid scholarship.
Like we were so like when we hit men, right? We were like, "Good like we were just like messing around so much. It was so funny.
I
And
think I
was like-
remember that too.
Yeah, I truly believe that like Teresa and I bring each other's weirdness out, and we just positively reinforce it, and it just gets stronger and stronger. Yeah.
Everyone in the Kendo Club brings out your weird side. You find the right person, they can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say she's more like a friend than a role model, isn't she?
I would say she's a role model in certain aspects. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like
Just certain aspects, not all.
I mean, personally, I really admire how strong she is. When you look at Teresa, I don't want to trash talk her, but she's very skinny, right? So you
Yeah,
want to,
she's kind of skinny.
yeah. So you wouldn't automatically think her to be strong, but she's actually really strong for her physical appearance, and I'm like, wow.
Looks
I
can
really-
deceive you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, she's also very eager. I don't know. She's strong physically and just mentally too, and that's something that I admire and like look up to. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. I look up to her too, because I'm shorter than her. But I do go to her for like a lot of like advice in Kendo and just like even about bio and about life, and she feels like it feels like she has her life together. But if I asked her, she'd probably be like, no, I don't.
Yeah. I think that's what everyone say.
She
Yeah.
gives good advice though.
She
She'll, like
does.
listen and talk you through it
Mm-hmm.
like in a emotionally stable manner.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think like as role models too, I think Yaeji and like just anyone older than me, I feel like everyone has like advice that again I can or cannot take with me. But I feel like with Yaeji, you always wanted me to do better, like, and you always like kind of pulled me aside. Hey, you did this wrong. You can do this next time. And it wasn't like, oh, you suck, but like you did it very kindly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you have any role models, Melanie, in Kendo?
Role models in Kendo? I don't know actually.
Wow.
I was thinking
look
about
at
it for a
you,
while.
No one.
girl.
I
No
don't
one.
Sass
know.
girl.
Like each person like has something that I admire about them, so I don't really exactly have one role model in mind.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
me
be like,
too.
oh wow, Brandon, like yeah, men, it's really really nice. Like Hiroshi's though, really really nice. Shikai Sensei's everything, very very nice.
Everything, just everything.
Even
Ah.
speech, love it.
I used to be scared of Shikai Sensei.
I think most people used to be.
Yeah.
I personally like Chikai Sensei Seme. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like the pressuring.
Yeah. That's something that I'm like, wow, I
He
want
doesn't
that.
even have to do anything.
Exactly.
He just stands there.
stand there. Exactly. I'm like,
And then you'll be forced to move.
for Hiroshi, I really like how fast he is. He's so fast.
He's super quick.
And I'm like, how? When COVID started the whole shutdown, I went for a run almost every single day to try to get as fast as Hiroshi, but I gave up. I was like, this is too tiring. I'm not gonna do this. I don't need to be as fast as Hiroshi because I can just block him with my physical prowess. Yeah.
Yeah. She's super strong.
Not anymore. I haven't really gone to the gym often.
Oh.
I've been very weak. Yeah.
Melanie, when I was when Yaeji asked you about your role model, I was like, wait, not even your boyfriend?
Oh, you mean Amos?
Yeah. No, just no.
Well, he does some things really well. I mean, I did ask him to teach me, what is it? Though on the other side, what is that called again?
I
I
don't know.
Okay, well, we're doing great with Kendo terminology.
The opposite.
And then I think he taught me for like 10 minutes.
Oh,
and then that was
Yakudo.
it. So I was like, oh yes.
Yeah. You know, Melanie, the other female officer, Diana, she's extremely good at that.
Yeah, she's really good.
So much better.
Mhm.
I'm so proud. Even though I
if you
didn't do
want to learn,
anything.
you should learn from her.
I should learn from her.
But she's very timid. She's not
Yeah.
confident in her skills, and I want her to be confident in her skills. She's so good.
Yeah.
Well, if she plays against me, then I'm pretty sure she'll be pretty confident. I haven't done Kendo in a while, so
Same here.
I tried to. I went back to Butokuden again, and I missed basically all the all the main spots that you can hit. I missed men. I missed every kote that I tried to hit, and then I didn't even try to.
Oh man.
That just shows that you have to keep at Kendo if you want to get better or
Yeah,
stay in
that's
the-
true. It's gonna take a while to get back.
Yeah.
All right, that reminds me to I guess a good our favorite moments in Kendo. So I was going to Patokaden with some UCR people because it was the sensei's last day there. He was going back to Japan. And I had something to do before that. So I was like, oh, okay, so I'll just bring my contacts to put on before Kendo. So I was trying to put on my contacts in the car. I took one contact out and I was like, okay, I'll just balance my contact case on the side of my car or something. I was like, wow, I really hope this doesn't fall. Right when I said that, it fell. And I was like, oh no, my contact! And I was like, at least I still have the other one in my hand, right? And I looked and it was gone too. I was like, I got both contacts. So I went into Patokaden completely blind, and you had to play with the sensei who's going back to Japan because that's being respectful. Everyone's doing that. And during the whole time, I couldn't see anything. I was basically blind. And then Teresa was leading me everywhere. And then when I couldn't find Teresa, I was just like, Teresa, where are you? Teresa.
A lost child.
I'm right next to you. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was just like, where's the sensei? And she's like, over there. And I was like, are you pointing at something? Because I can't even see your hand. I was like, oh.
Melanie.
So she was just leading me. She's like, stand over here. And I was like, oh, okay. Is this the line? And she said, yes, you're going to be behind me. I was like, oh, okay. So I was moving up and I was like, oh my God, how am I going to play with the sensei? Because I just see blue blobs moving around everywhere. And then when it was my turn, I was like, oh crap. He just looks like a blue blob in front of me. And then he was already pretty tired because he had to play with everyone in the dojo. But then we were playing around for a bit and then I tripped on my hakama. And then I think I was about to hit men or something. But then because I tripped, I went down and then I got his kote. And then he was like, oh, nice kote. And then we were done. And I was like, okay.
That's funny. You didn't fall, right?
No, I didn't because I hit his kote. Because that pushed me upright again.
I mean, you're just that good, you know?
No,
Yeah,
I couldn't see anything. I guess the trick is to play blind.
Put a blindfold on.
Yeah, guys, if we play Kendo blind, it just makes us better, you know?
We're gonna be hitting the mirrors.
We're gonna break them like Ben.
God.
Yeah. Oh, what is something you can take away from Kendo? Like etiquette, posture, like mentality, something like that.
I can take away all my bruises.
You're all what?
All my bruises, I guess.
Oh my god. We would get them, at least I would get at least one every practice. Yeah. And it would last up to a week.
Yeah.
Oh
Sometimes you'll
no.
be like, how did I get this one? Oh, where did this one come from?
Exactly.
Always a
Get
mystery.
ready for that.
That's what I have in store for me. Yeah.
For me, I would say a lesson that I would take away is that if one activity or one thing does not suit you well, it might be because of your environment. You know?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's same as Kendo. For me, dojo is not my thing, but when I change it to a club, that's my thing. Yeah. So that's something that I learned. Yeah. How about you, Katie?
Something I can take away from Kendo is a boyfriend.
You're so funny.
Oh man, technical difficulties with the. I gotta repeat myself.
Embarrass yourself again.
Yeah.
Well, Katie, is there any guy in our club that you're like, maybe that guy? You don't have to tell us.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
Oh.
But I did have a crush on someone my freshman year.
Okay. After the podcast,
Okay.
we talking about.
Did anything happen though, Katie? I thought you said.
We talked for a bit and then we just kind of stopped talking.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like now, silence.
Huh?
Do you have any requirements? As in, for me personally, it's a guy that is better than me at Kendo. What's the requirement?
For me, I don't really care about the skill. I just, as long as they treat me well and we have that sort of easy kind of talk, we just talk about anything, and someone who listens.
Well, Katie, I'm like that.
Oh, Melanie, are you hitting on me?
No.
Sorry, Amos.
I like how you're apologizing for me.
She'll flirt for you too. What do you mean? Yeah. Yeah.
Kendo Club? Is that what it is?
I just want a boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm lonely.
Okay, I mean, hit me up, girl.
Okay.
Right?
I'll hit you up right now.
Hell yeah, I got you.
Are we all gonna be in a relationship? It's a three-way.
Polygamous relationship.
Polygram.
Polyamorous
Polygram. A parallelogram.
relationship.
A parallelogram.
But is there any other thing that you guys want or did take away from Kendo?
Oh yeah, the meditation. Because we do the mok-sop thing, before and after each practice, and it's you got to reflect on what you need to improve on or something that you can't really do. And I don't know, I take it into my study habits. When I get stressed out, I just take a few moments, breathe, and figure out what I can do better.
That's one of the things that you can tell other bio majors, Katie.
Yeah. Biomate becomes you just need to breathe, hyperventilate.
Yeah.
Hyperventilate.
Do you guys sometimes when we do mukso right after practice, you don't think about what you can improve? I'm so tired. I just want to go to bed. I just want to eat. I've done that so many times where I'm like, I'm so done with this.
I don't know if I didn't know you were supposed to reflect. I usually think like, oh, thank goodness we're over.
Oh my god.
I was like, it's so hard to breathe in the med. Oh my gosh, finally. And food, oh, I'm so excited for food. I wonder, I guess I reflect on, where are we gonna go eat? And then I think
Oh
about
my God.
Yeah, Friday
Yes.
practices.
And I'm like, if we go to
like Blaze, yeah.
what should I get? You know?
Yes, like Blaze or Chipotle, or should we get In-N-Out? Oh, there's so many choices.
But
And
it's
then
only
Moxlow's
those
over,
three
and I'm
choices.
like, that's not enough time to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, we're sitting down so long, for so long. What are we gonna do? Oh, I just want to stand up, you know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought one time I was thinking, my legs are hurting, my arms are hurting, everything is hurting. Like I want to lay down.
Yeah, I want to cry myself to bed. You know?
Yeah, that we are horrible people. Oh man. Did I ask your favorite wazas? I know Yaeji, you said the seme, right?
I don't know if that's exactly a waza, but there is a waza that I like. It's called maki waza. I had to ask a friend of mine for this because I didn't remember the name. What I asked him was, do you know the term of the waza that's sword twirling thingy, where like you just twirl the sword and just fling it off of the other person's hand or something like that? That's really cool, but it happens rarely.
I feel like that's very flashy.
It's really
Yeah,
cool when
exactly.
it happens.
Yeah, it's cool when it happens. I think I saw. Well, I don't think. I think I saw Teresa do it once on Nathan.
Oh wow, go Teresa.
Yeah, and then he asked, "Where'd you learn that?" And she's like, "Oh, I learned it from Yaeji." And I was like, "Cool,
Oh.
cool."
I think I saw that happen in a real match, like in person. It was like Elton against like an all US Kendo person, and then like Elton's Shinai just got knocked out across the room.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god. Yeah, but that's really fun to do. Well, I want to try it at least, and I want to get to. There's a different variation that I'm thinking of trying to do once I master Makiwaza. So yeah. How about you guys?
I can only hit do. I don't know any fancy wazas because I'm not advanced enough. But
Girl, you did
Do.
Kendo for like 3 years?
yeah, and I still suck.
no, you're
Making me feel worse.
No, I'm trying to say you're good.
No,
Is there anything
that's
you would
just-
like to
no.
try?
I've been trying to do Kaishido, but like for some reason I just can't.
What's Kaishido?
It's like when they hit men and you block and then you hit do.
Oh, I want to try and do that too. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's usually like short people waza.
Yeah.
That's why she knows it.
Yeah.
But like Amos uses it a lot.
Wait, but he's not short, he's tall.
He's pretty short.
Oh, I think he's at least taller than me, so
Yeah, he's taller than me.
yeah.
I think
consider
he's
him.
taller than me.
Wow, really? I feel like
Mel-
it's really, really easy to be taller than
Mel-
Melanie.
Oh yeah, because a lot of females are like shorter when they play against the men. Like, do they just like hit do a lot? Like Melanie, you hit do a lot
That's because that's the only way I can get a point.
because everybody is too high.
Everyone's taller than me. So like if I try to hit men, I might be like too close, and then like Yeah. Usually though, like it's right in front of me. It's like, you know, face like eye level, like perfect.
You're
I always
making
have their
yourself
eyes
shorter.
on the dough.
She's like, I want the dough. Pun intended.
And like everyone's taller than me, so of course they just go for men on me. So like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, so I think Kaishido would be good. Yeah,
Yes.
would be good. That's something I want to try as well. Yeah.
You guys have. I think, personally, going back to Diana, she's not the best when it comes to regular dough, but the other way dough, oh my god.
Yakudo.
Yeah, yakido or yakudo.
Yakudo? I think that's what it is. I am so sorry if we butchered it this whole time.
Yeah, you know what? We're not pros, so we don't have to get everything right. Okay. Anyways, she's really good at yakudo, but regular dough, I believe that she needs work. You know, but everyone needs work on everything. You know. Yeah, but I get really scared to go mid on her, even though she's really short. I don't want to experience that. It just shatters your confidence, you know?
I think she went for my kote once and she missed, and I had a big ass bruise on my my upper arm, my bicep.
Katie,
Well, that's really easy to miss.
Yeah. Just expect that for every session. So not session, but every practice now.
Oh my gosh, Katie, you're gonna be a motodachi for all the new people.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why.
Yeah. I'm kind of scared.
You got
you
this.
should.
I miss
Katie.
sometimes too. Oh. I don't know. I putting on the bogu is fun. I don't know. It makes me feel cool.
I'm glad that makes you feel that way.
Probably gonna hate it when I get bruises though.
Yeah. I remember once it was so bad that my whole forearm was covered with bruises for a week or two.
So many injuries. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But they're only bruises, so.
Yeah.
It's
They go away eventually.
Yeah, it's
like
gonna go away
maybe.
eventually. Exactly, Melanie. Yeah.
My injuries come at like very inconvenient times. Like I remember when I was still like non-bogu, I would get like foot cramps or like foot pain or back pain. I'm just like, what the f is wrong with? Oops. I just swore. Oops. But I was like, what is wrong with me? Why am I always getting hurt? I'm not even bogu yet.
I mean, I think this is your body getting used to kendo, because kendo, especially the footstep, it's different from, let's say, just walking. You know, you don't do kendo footsteps while you're walking. You know, that's a little bit too weird. You know?
Just like, yeah, just
Just
sliding.
imagine like someone going to their class doing the kendo footsteps.
Next time I walk by Yaeji, I'm just gonna Yaeji right next to you and just like stare at you the whole time.
You might as well just grab like a broom or something, or get like, you know, those sticks with the horse heads on it, and like you're pretending you're riding a horse. You can do that.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other favorite wazas?
There's something I want to try, but I don't even know the name of it.
Describe it.
So it's like when like two people are at kamae, right? And then you kind of push their shinai down before you go and hit men. I don't know what I learned that from Tang Sensei from Cal Poly Pomona. And I don't remember what it was.
I
It's like
I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
But you basically like smack their shinai away and then hit.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Melanie?
She said Kai Shido, remember?
I mean, is there any other? Was it?
Any others? No, I think those the only thing I'm good at, or only thing I know kind of how to hit. So I think most of my interested wazas would be centered around like something do related.
Did you try kote? Kote is also sometimes good.
I tried kote and I missed all of them.
Hey, you gotta
just
miss a couple of
saying.
times first. Yeah, you gotta miss a couple of times before you hit the big shots.
Yeah, exactly.
I also don't know how to like, what is it called? Like zanchin after kote. It's like really confusing. Everyone I ask like tell me different things.
Mm.
So I think there was one time in a match I did hit kote, but then I didn't know what to do afterwards, so I just stood there.
Oh my god. That was no point.
So I was like, oh, what do I even do?
Oh no.
The last waza that I really want to get good at is you go for a fake men, and so they block, right? And then you quickly go to go for their kote.
Oh.
And
Oh.
the biggest thing that I'm trying to work on is seme, like just having really good seme. So if I once I get that, if I fake men, then I'm hoping that they will block really high or like, you know, and panic. So that's when I can just hit their kote really fast. So that's another thing that I've been trying to work for at.
I'm gonna enjoy this music. I actually. Oh, do you guys have any advice for this year? For me as a officer? I mean, this is mostly towards Melanie because she was an officer.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm your vice president. So
Yeah.
I'm here for you, so.
Yaeji was an officer last year. Well, you guys both were officers
I
last
didn't do
year.
anything.
Yeah, I didn't have that many responsibilities as a historian. Okay, and now it's just a big leap to responsibilities.
Any advice? Well, maybe try to plan things earlier. I mean, like, we've always done things last minute, and I guess that still worked out for us, but like, planning things earlier would be very helpful, probably. Most likely for the president, if you're getting in contact and asking for, like we're doing fundraisers or something.
Mm-hmm.
All I want to say to you, Katie, is that even though I'll graduate in fall quarter, I'm here for you. If you need anything, if you need any, if you need support, like emotionally, or if you want me to take over something for a bit, I'll definitely try because I'm trying to work full time right after I graduate. But yeah, I'm here for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll also still be hanging around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I am really excited about this school year. I hopefully, because Teresa didn't get to do much as the first female president, so hopefully I can ask her a lot about things that she wanted to do. Like, oh, it just sucked that last
Halloween
year
party.
was just...
Going back to school party. That's usually the first thing we do.
A
One
party.
thing that I remember she wanted to do as a public coordinator, I think
Yeah.
it was called, is she wanted to do a karaoke night. So
Ooh,
that's something
okay,
that
I'm gonna
you
put
can
that on the
think of.
list.
Yeah.
I actually went karaoke with Teresa, Brandon, and Elton.
Oh,
I
how
think
fun.
a week ago. Yeah, and then the next morning, my throat was hurting really bad. But it was really fun. I would definitely go again since that was my first karaoke experience. Yeah. It is getting into the hour, so we're gonna end there. I hope you guys had a good time.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got by with only like a few awkward silences, but it's okay. They get to enjoy some music.
I think we
guess.
had a lot of awkward silences, but it's okay.
I
Those
didn't
parts can
keep
be
track.
cut out.
Yeah. Thank you guys for doing this podcast kind of early in the morning. I thank you, Melanie, for taking time off work to do it.
No, I should be thanking you, Katie. Thank you for taking me out of work.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting us, Katie.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, and for those listening in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be here. I don't know how often we'll do these things, but yeah. That will be all. Thanks, guys.